we are discussing developing abundant mindset. So today we are discussing developing abundant mindset. Why is this important? Why is mindset important? Why do we need to work on our mindset? Why do we need a mindset of abundance? For many people, one of the major challenges they have in different areas of their life is the mindset they grew up with. So there's some mindset that we grew up with, and believe it or not, those mindsets is affecting the way you think. It's affecting the way you talk. It's affecting the things you do. To be financially free, you need an abundant mindset. Abundant mindset is a mindset that does not think of lack, even though it doesn't have it. It doesn't see himself as not being able to get it. That mindset will make him to think of money the right way. That mindset is what will make him to take decisions that will attract opportunity and resources towards his way, developing abundant mindset. It's important to state again that having a good understanding of what money is important for you to be able to make money and be financially free in this life. Please note that the paper in your hand is a currency, but not money. It's a currency, but not money. Money is universal. Money is universal. Currency is local. Currency is local. When you cross the border to Niger, Naira becomes useless. You cross the border to Benin Republic, Naira becomes useless. Why? Because Naira is a currency and lowest expression of money. It's a currency and lowest expression of money. So money is universal, but currency is local. Currency can be national or regional. So if you think that this paper in your hand is money, you will be busy pursuing this paper at the expense of real money. So armed robber will come to a bank and steal and cut away currency. Of course, they will be able to spend it, but they can only spend it in Nigeria. If after they've stolen that currency, government made a law that that currency is no longer a legal tender, they will not be able to spend it, even in the country where they stole it from. The goal of this program, therefore, is to help you begin to focus on real money. To focus on real money. So today, we are looking at the preparation in having financial freedom. To have financial freedom, by the way, is to be able to afford whatever you need in life. Need, I'm not saying want, without having to work again. That means even if you don't work, you can take care of your needs. That means you have money working for you rather than you working for money. So you are free from working for money, such that even if you choose not to work again, you have more than enough to take care of you and even your family. So today we are looking at developing abundance mindset. How is mindset formed? Mindset is formed as a result of what you are exposed to as you grow up, as a result of your environment as you grow up, as a result of your experience as you grow up, as a result of your expertise as you grow up. Your environment affects your mindset about money. If your environment, your parents were always salary earner, you will think subconsciously the only way to make money is to have a job. Even though you know there are people that make money by having a business, but subconsciously you have been conditioned such that you don't even think of other options. To start a business will be difficult for you because of the mindset that you grew up with. Some mindset are religious mindset. Religious mindset is what makes some people not to be desirous to increase their earning, because money is the root of all evil. Even though the Bible says the love of money, the desire to do anything just for money is the root of all evil. So we have mindset we picked up along the line in our lives. Real poverty is not what you have in your pocket. It's not about what you have in your pocket, but what you have in your mind. Real poverty is in the mind. You know, when you tell people about this, some people don't believe it. They believe if you don't have money in your pocket, how can you say poverty is in the mind? If poverty is not in the mind, then it will affect the way you see yourself, even if you don't have enough money. Because you know, the money is not what defines you, but rather the value you can create. As a matter of fact, if you have a good concept of money, if you get into any country, you can earn a living. You can create value. Why? Because money is value. Real money is value. And you can create it anywhere you solve human problems. Poverty mindset only focus on salary to make money, but abundant mindset develop multiple streams of income. And I'm going to talk about multiple streams of income in this episode. I mean, this series, sometimes maybe in another 2-3 weeks, multiple streams of income. Multiple streams of income. So that even though you can be on a job, but something else is bringing in money for you. Multiple streams of income. Poverty mindset spend all that they make, but abundant mindset are able to manage their fund through savings. It's a poverty mindset that make a man to spend all that he earns. And if give an excuse, you know the excuse? It's not enough. It's not enough. It's not enough. But it's poverty mindset that make you to spend all you have. Poverty mindset do not know how to multiply their money. But abundant mindset know exactly what to do to multiply their money. Because abundant mindset make you to go and learn about investment. Because you are thinking of abundance, you desire more. It makes you to go and learn about investment. You desire more, it makes you to go and learn about investment. Poverty mindset. Poverty mindset have people around them who do not practice the principle of money. Poverty mindset. When you have people around you that they don't practice principle of abundance, it's a sign of poverty mindset. When you have abundant mindset, you want people around you who think the same way. You want people around you who think the same way. So you end up having people who practice the law of money. For example, spending more than you earn is violating the law of money. Not being able to save is violating the law of money. Not developing financial intelligence is violating the law of money. Poverty mindset don't want to leave their comfort zone, but abundant mindset are eager to leave their comfort zone. To leave their comfort zone. To explore and do something new. To explore and do something different. Poverty mindset want predictability and does depend on salary. But abundant mindset are adventurous. I want you to begin to ask yourself this evening, do I have a poverty mindset or abundant mindset? If I have poverty mindset, that's okay. The essence of this conversation is to point your attention to this so you can do something about it. So you can make necessary amendment. So you can do something about it and make necessary amendment. So please don't crucify yourself. The goal of coming together is that we will learn. I learn from you, you learn from me, we all learn together. Poverty mindset is do not like to take risk. No. But abundant mindset are risk takers. They take calculated risk. If you are averse to risk, that's a poverty mindset. People that live in abundance, they take risk. But they take calculated risk and they don't put all their egg in one basket. Poverty mindset is afraid of making mistakes. It's afraid of failing. But abundant mindset like to make mistake, to fail, because he knows from making mistake, he will be able to learn. When he fails, he will know what he could do differently. Poverty mindset don't like reading and learning something new. Let me ask you a question. We are in May. In another 10 days, May will be over. 10 days, May will be over. Let me ask you a question. What have you learned this year? What new things have you learned this year? What added value have you added to yourself this year? Ladies and gentlemen, if it is none or nothing, that is a poverty mindset. Poverty mindset. As in, there is nothing you can say, this is what I've learned between January and now. This is the book or the books I've read. This is the certification I've done. This is the materials
I've listened to between January and now. I'm not talking about what you listen to in church. I'm talking about something that help you develop personally in your career. Poverty mindset. Poverty mindset. Poverty mindset don't like to read. He doesn't like to learn. You know, I have clients. They want to come and do the business I train people on. And they will say, I want practical. I don't want theory. I want us to start the business immediately. I don't have time for learning anything. Can you see poverty mindset? You want to think about this. A business will call them about 10 million naira. You want to put 10 million naira in a business, and he has not spent 500,000 to learn about that business. He sees learning with 500,000 is a cost, so he doesn't want to bear that cost. So he will rather not learn, but he will put his money down. Poverty mindset. This is the reason why poverty mindset make people to lose money when they do business, because they don't invest heavily in capacity development. They don't invest heavily in capacity development. Poverty mindset. Poverty mindset. Poverty mindset is not patient, but abundant mindset is patient and consistent. Poverty mindset believe in the law of gestation, that everything or idea that you work at takes time to materialize. Everything or idea that you work at takes time to materialize. That is the mindset. The mindset of someone that have abundance. Remember, it's a mindset. It's the way your mind has been set by your environment, by your experience, by your expertise. By your environment, your family, your school, the media, all of them contribute. Even religion, all of them contribute to your environment, and they affect the way you think. The way you think. The way you think. There is a way you think that affects you. It doesn't make you to take steps. For example, a mindset that is risk-averse will make you to give 1,001 reasons why you should not invest. But go and check all the people that you can say are comfortable today, at least attain financial freedom. They are investors. They make money and they invest the money, because your money needs to work for you to be able to gain financial freedom. Poverty mindset want to please everyone. They don't have priority. They don't know how to say no. They want to please everyone. Someone say, come and do this, they do it. Come and do this, do it. They do it. Come and do it. They are everywhere. They have time for everybody, but no time for themselves, no time for their life, no time for their future. Poverty mindset. Poverty mindset. You know, I was talking to a lady at an event today. It was an event, I was talking to young adults, and the lady, you know, this mindset, look at this lady's mindset. Look at a mindset. This lady, he doesn't have enough. Opportunity come for him to earn more, he declined. Do you know why he declined? He said because if he takes that extra lesson, he will not have time to go for choir practice. And he's a young lady. And because of choir practice, and I ask him, when they are asking for money in your church, were you able to contribute? He doesn't have enough. He can't contribute. He's turning the opportunity to earn additional income because of choir practice. Because he doesn't see that work as serving God. That's why I've mentioned it to you here. Work is spiritual. God created it. He gave us work to serve one another. When you serve people, you serve God. When you serve people, you serve God. The same Hebrew word used for work. The same Hebrew word used for work. When God gave work to Adam in Genesis 2:15, is the same Hebrew word used for worship God in Joshua, when Joshua said, as for me and my house, I will serve the Lord. The same word, serve the Lord, Ada, is the same word to walk and till the ground. The same Hebrew words. Until you see your work as a place to glorify God, you think going to work is secular, so it's useless. So going to church is superior to going to work. Because you don't see God in that place of work. And that when you work, you should consciously know, as Paul commanded, you should do it as unto the Lord. As unto the Lord. As unto the Lord. Unfortunately, it's a poverty mindset caused by religion. Caused by religion. And I ask, another person, he has opportunity to take up a job on the island, but because he won't be able to make it for midweek service, he doesn't want to take it. Just imagine how young people think. I said, do your church, do they stream? Why can't you join online when you are coming? I said, so if you have admission in a country where there's no church close by, you cease to be a Christian just because you can't go to a physical building. So I'm asking, during COVID, how were you attending church? Through your phone. Oh, so how has that changed? How is that a problem now? How is that a problem now? These are mindset that people have that is keeping them small. And devil love it so, because as long as believers do not have enough resources, then the devil can control the world. And he love it that way. He love it that way. He love it that way. So we don't want to contribute our own quota for the advancement of mankind. Through work. People don't want to work because of terrible mindset, which result from the environment where they grew up. Poverty mindset, want to please everyone instead of following our own priorities. Poverty mindset thinks wealth depends on luck. So they are just lucky. Dangote have been on for 40 years. Call that luck? You can be lucky for a year. You can be lucky for 2 years. You can be lucky for 5 years. I'm not sure you can be lucky for 10 years. There must be something you know and you're doing right that is making you to be successful. Poverty mindset, things that well depend on luck. So because it's luck, he doesn't really stress himself. He doesn't stretch himself to the limit because it's lucky now. It's luck. It's, either you do it or not, it's luck. But he doesn't know that LUCK, luck, is laboring under correct knowledge. That if you labor under correct knowledge, If you labor under correct knowledge, you will attain financial freedom. You will attain financial freedom. Poverty mindset thinks that wealth depends on luck. Abundant mindset, prepare and position for opportunities. When you say someone is lucky, it's opportunity meeting preparation. Have you seen someone that you can describe as being lucky? Check it very well. Opportunity show up and it was prepared to take advantage of that opportunity. If he was not prepared to take advantage of that opportunity, you know what will happen? Do you know what will happen? You will not see it. Talk less of taking advantage of it. You will not see it. Talk less of taking advantage of it. You will not see it. Talk less of taking advantage of it. Because you don't see with your eyes, you see with your mind. But for you to be able to see with your mind, you must have developed your mind. That means you are positioned for that opportunity. Poverty mindset, things well depend on luck. A better mindset, prepare and position for opportunity. Poverty mindset, things that destiny is what determines financial breakthrough. If God say you be rich, you be rich, Dare. If God say you be rich, you be rich, Dare. If God say you be rich, you be rich, Dare. You don't need to stress yourself. About that mindset, follow the law of money. Poverty mindset thinks education is the key to financial breakthrough. So he has first degree, second degree, third degree. Do you know why lecturers who teach economics, who teach finance, banking and finance, who teach business administration, go on strike? Oh, you can't hear me very well? I'm hearing myself, I'm monitoring, and I can hear myself. Maybe you should change your device, or I don't know. Please, can you hear me, please? Can you confirm you can hear me?
We can hear you, but it's not that loud as like the other class.
Okay. So sorry about that. I changed my location, but I'll go back to where I was before. Poverty mindset. Think is education. But lecturer with PhD in economics, PhD in banking and finance, PhD in business administration, go on strike so that they can increase the salary. Is that not interesting? Because there's something called financial education, financial intelligence. You need to learn about money. Look, to become a doctor, you spend more than 20 years, primary, secondary, university. Are you an engineer today? Primary, secondary, university. 20 to 25 years to become a doctor, to become a lawyer, to become an engineer. How do you think you can become good with finance, good with money by default, without learning about it? This is exactly the way people think they can become good wife and good husband and good parent by default, without doing anything about it. Do you know our world is our society is a bit lopsided? Why do children go to school? Nursery, primary, university, secondary, university is to be able to have skill to earn a living. But do you know throughout those years, nobody teach them about money. Nobody teach them about money. But they are going to use their skill to be able to earn a living. But nobody is teaching them about money. So no financial intelligence. So we earn all the income and spend everything. He doesn't even know how to invest. He doesn't even know there's something called multiple streams of income. That you can be working as an employee somewhere, but you have a book on Amazon, you have a book on Jumia, you have a book that you're promoting using social media, and it's selling, and you're earning passive income. And you're earning passive income. Or you are a musician and you sing a fantastic song, put it on iTunes, and you're earning because people are downloading the song in different parts of the world. It doesn't stop your job. Passive income. Passive income. Passive income. Passive income. You know, as an individual, I, for the largest extent, do not touch what I earn every month. To a large extent. After I take care of my family in terms of expenses, I literally save about half of it. Do you know why? Most of the money I use in the course of the month is based on invitation. People invite me personally to come and speak to them on different things, and they pay. And they pay. Personal, not my organization. Passive income. Passive income. So it's not even thinking of multiple streams of income. Because they think having many certificates is what determines being able to acquire wealth. Poverty mindset thinks being good is what makes you rich. But another mindset knows that they need to follow the law of money to be rich. The principle, financial intelligence, poverty mindset thinks that being prayerful and being righteous is the secret to financial freedom. Let me talk to Christians that might be listening to me today. You need to understand and differentiate the person of Jesus from the principle of Jesus. Someone put it this way, and I love it. The person of Jesus, the principle of Jesus. When you receive salvation, you receive the person of Jesus. Does not mean you practice the principle of Jesus. Have you ever read the Bible to understand Jesus' mindset about money? I believe strongly that Jesus is a capitalist. He's a capitalist. If he gives you money, he doesn't care what you do with it. All he wants is a return on investment. He gives you money, he doesn't care what you do with it, but you must have a return on investment. When you don't have return on investment, you collect what he gave you and give someone else that is multiplying what you have. In fact, he will call you wicked and lazy. Because you did not multiply what he gave you, he will call you wicked and lazy. That is the mindset of Christ about money. You remember the story, the parable of the talent? Another translation said, wicked and useless. That the servant is wicked and useless. He said, look, you could have thought, use your brain, think. If you give this money to a bank, they'll give you interest. They'll give you interest. How come you went to hide it? You are wicked and you are lazy. That is the mindset. And that's what Christ is saying to many believers. Because they think they can be rich through prayer and living a righteous life. They have embraced the person of Jesus, but they're very lazy mentally. They are very lazy mentally. They have rejected the principle of Jesus. Poverty mindset thinks hard work is the only key to financial breakthrough. You need to work very hard, very, very hard. It's good to work very hard, but not working hard with your hand. If you work hard and you're using muscle, you can't earn a lot. Because everybody has muscle. The law of demand and supply said the money supply, you lower the price. So if you have muscle, plenty of muscle, and you're using it to work, you will earn something. You work so hard, but earn a little. But if you use your mind, your brain, because not many people have developed their brain, that is scarce. Because of the scarcity, you increase your earning. Poverty mindset thing, working hard is the key to financial breakthrough. But abundant mindset, follow the law of money. Poverty mindset says doing business is the only solution to financial breakthrough. But that's not true. Doing business. So he's self-employed. Because I believe you can only have a breakthrough through doing business. You can be working and be an investor. You can be working and invest. You can invest in businesses. And we'll talk a lot about investment and, of course, about doing business. 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 Poverty mindset, saying doing business only is solution for financial breakthrough. But abundant mindset, invest and follow the law of money. Poverty mindset, things only giving. Giving. Is the secret to financial breakthrough. You know, when you give, it doesn't matter where you give. If you're a believer in church, if you're a Muslim in the mosque, if you're an atheist, anywhere you give, by giving, you activate the law of sowing and reaping. But the reaping does not necessarily come in cash. It doesn't come in cash. Sometimes it comes in ideas. It comes in opportunities. If you are not prepared for the opportunity, you won't be able to reap. If you do not work on the idea, you will not be able to reap. Even though the law of sowing and reaping is true and real, but you cannot activate it because you are not working on the idea you receive. Because you are not doing enough to be able to maximize opportunity. Poverty mindset. Things that only giving. The secret to financial breakthrough. That's why some Christians are disillusioned, frustrated, and sad because they think by giving money in church, they will be rich. But Elon Musk does not give money in church. Bill Gates does not give money in church. Dangote does not give money in church. But they have charity. They give. You don't have an idea of how much they give to different causes they believe in it. So they are still activating the law of sowing and reaping. Only that it's not the way you think about it. It's not the way you think about it. Poverty mindset. Spend money. But abundant mindset. Invest money. Poverty mindset. Spend money
Abundant mindset, invest money. Poverty mindset, spend money. They believe in spending, 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 spending. Buy, 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 buy. You know, I tell people that if you go to a supermarket and you want to buy something that costs maybe 5,000 naira. When you go to that supermarket, you saw that thing you like, but you don't have the money. But when you're at the supermarket, someone that owes you just credited you. So while you're at the supermarket, you receive the alert, and you're with your ATM. You're with your card, and then you now spend more than the 5,000 you plan to send. That's the poverty mindset. Because a poverty mindset do not work on a budget. Abundant mindset have a budget. Abundant mindset have a budget. Poverty mindset is always in the environment of people that are like them. Abundant mindset look for people who are better than them to relate with. Poverty mindset, spend time watching TV. Abundant mindset, spend time reading books. Poverty mindset, get paid based on time. Abundant mindset, get paid based on results. Abundant mindset is keen on his result. He wants to deliver. Poverty mindset say, no, I've spent 5 hours here. It's time to go home. Poverty mindset is thinking of payment per hour. Abundant mindset is thinking of payment based on result. In the sense that he wants to justify his pay, even if it's an employee. Even though it will be paid based on how much hour he has put in, but in his mind, what value have I created this month? Poverty mindset, blame others for their misfortune. Abundant mindset takes responsibility for their action. Poverty mindset knows it all, so they are not willing to learn. Abundant mindset, they are always willing to learn. Poverty mindset believe money is the root of all evil. Abundant mindset believe that poverty is the root of all evil. Poverty mindset have lottery mentality. Abundant mindset have action mentality. They are not waiting for luck. They have action mentality. Poverty mindset soon give up. Abundant mindset do not give up easily. Do not give up easily. Poverty mindset refuse to prioritize education. Poverty mindset refuse to act on what they are learning. Poverty mindset pass over opportunities repeatedly. Someone called that poor, P-O-O-R, pass over opportunity repeatedly. Pass over opportunity repeatedly. Like I said earlier, they are afraid to take risks. They live a life of waste. They ignore saving culture. They have only one source of income. Only one source of income. They ignore personal development. They don't plan. They don't have budget. They put all their eggs in one basket. That's what you do when the only source of income in your life is your salary. It's a bad place to be. COVID already taught us that. Some organizations could not pay during COVID. They could not pay during COVID. They could not pay during COVID. A number of businesses died because of COVID. Don't put your egg in one basket. Don't put your egg in one basket. Poverty mindset does not have financial record. They don't have financial record. The money they earned last month, how did they spend it? They can't account for it. They can't account for it. How much did you save? They can't account for it. How much did you invest? They can't account for it. They don't even know about, they will tell you, I didn't even know how the money finished. Poverty mindset. Ignore Parkinson law. The Parkinson law, not the one in medicine, says that the more you earn, the more you spend. The more you earn, the more you spend. You need to be deliberate to ensure you don't increase your expenses because your salary increases. Poverty mindset. Poverty mindset. Overinvest in fixed assets. It is poverty mindset that all your money, you are using it to build a house. It's a poverty mindset. You're using it to build a house. So when you say put money in the house, you don't even have money to eat. You don't have money as backup in case of issues. You are supposed to invest your money and use the profit to build a house if you want to build a house. Not to use your capital that you're supposed to, your seed that you're supposed to use to multiply. There is the one you are going to use to build a house. Ignoring retirement planning is a poverty mindset. You will not be as strong as like this again and again. I give you another 20 years, 30 years, 40 years. You will not be as strong as this. What are you planning towards that time? Do you know there are investments you can do and your money can be growing? And when you are 60 or 70, when you don't have strength again, you can be getting income every month to take care of all your expenses without doing anything, but you will have invested for 20 years. 20 years. 20 years. In another 17 years, if I choose not to work again, I will be paid an amount that is times 3 of what I earn today, which will take care of all my bills in 17 years from today. And I started many years ago. If you don't plan for the future, it's a poverty mindset. You don't have retirement plan. You are relying on retirement saving, RSA. Don't rely on that alone. No. It's Nigeria. You know the way our countries. Have a backup. Have a backup. Have a backup. Have a backup. So ignoring retirement planning, then lack of mentoring. What you don't know, you don't know. Look for people that know. Either you go online, look for their YouTube, listen to them, watch them. If you have access to them, talk to them so they can advise you. You can have a mentor in investment. You can have a mentor in your career. You can have a mentor spiritually. You can have a mentor in different areas of your life. Don't make one mentor a spiritual mentor to be a financial mentor. He himself is not taking care of his finances, and you want him to take care of your finances. Improper cash flow management. Poverty mindset do not manage their cash flow very well, such that whenever there is an emergency, they don't have anything to fall back. They'll be looking for someone to assist them. It's like some are not even emergency. Your rent, you have a 12-month notice. Your rent, you have a 12-month notice. Your wife is pregnant, you have a 9-month notice. And it could be CS. So plan as if it will be CS. Don't say over my dead body. It could be CS. So plan as if it will be CS. If it's not CS, thank God. That means you can't be saving regular delivery. Ask the hospital where he's doing antenatal. How much is CS if you have to do CS? Plan with that. It's better at the end of the day when it's to give back, you spend less, and the remaining is your money now. You use it for other things rather than be saying it's not your portion. Improper cash flow management. I'll stop here tonight. I want to hear from you. What have you learned this night about poverty mindset and abundant mindset? All right, thank you very much, everyone, for joining. Let me hear from you. Casimir Darcy, good evening. Hello, Darcy. Can you hear me? Hello, Darcy.
Hello, good evening, sir.
Good evening, sir. How are you?
Oh,
hello.
Catch up.
I can't hear you. Can you hear me?
Hello.
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 Can you hear me? Okay, I think your network is bad. Chinedu, good evening. How are you? What have you learned tonight? Chinedu, are you there?
Hello.
Yes, good evening.
Yes, I'm with you. Can you hear me now?
Yes, I can hear you.
Yeah. Thank you. Thank you so much for tonight's program. I'm really grateful. In fact, you indirectly answered all my questions that I posted on the group.
That's why I didn't respond. I knew a number of them will be answered today and even in subsequent sessions.
Yes. In fact, I was just, as you were speaking, I was indirectly looking at those questions, and directly or indirectly, you answered virtually all of them. But let me just well done. I must appreciate that. Let me just point one or two things that I have learned this evening. In fact, there was a lot of things you said that nobody has told me. There was something you said. You said, do not use your capital to build a house.
Yes.
Use your proceeds from your capital
investment
to build.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm just hearing that for the first time. Thank you very much, because by the time you were dishing out those points, I was like, why didn't I know about this all this while? Thank you for that. That was one of the things I learned. Then this issue of luck. You said one can be lucky for a day, one can be lucky for a week, one can be lucky for a year, but you can't be lucky for 10 years.
Yes. There must be something you are doing right.
Yeah, there must be something you are doing right that has been working all this while.
Yes.
So you now said luck is labor under correct knowledge.
Yes.
Then you see successful people. When we talk of successful people, we talk of Dangote, Otedola and Co. Tony Elumelu. In fact, I'm surprised the way they are switching from one. You see them, they will sell their shares in this company, and
because they are investors. They are investors.
Exactly. All of a sudden, I'm surprised Tony Elumelu is now will I call it the CEO, if I'm not mistaken, of Transcorp. All of a sudden, I was like, So that is just opportunity meeting preparation.
Yes.
Then, when you were talking, I was doing a kind of personal evaluation.
Good.
And I discovered that actually, I do not have poverty mindset.
Good.
I do not have it. Rather, because why I said so is that In fact, if you come to my house, you discover that I have record of my financial transactions, even as
Good.
far back as
Good.
10 years ago.
Very
As far
important.
back as 10 years ago. I went out for my business today, even if I made 1 naira. In fact, there was a way because I'm into transport.
Okay.
And I told myself, okay, because at times you might forget all the things you spent.
Yes.
And I told myself, okay, why not demarcate all these things? All these things you are spending are recurrent expenses. You keep on spending them. Okay, I said, okay, in your cash book, divide it into 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. The first one, feeding. The second one, fuel for maybe generator or for
Okay.
then repairs. Did you buy oil? That is, did you buy engine oil? You record it in a particular column.
Yeah.
Is there any spare part that you bought when you went out? You record it in a. If there is no spare part for that day, just tick dash for that column. Did you buy a recharge card? How much recharge card did you buy? Who did you send the recharge card to? Was it for you, or did you send to your mom or to your girlfriend or to your wife? Record it. You bought water, right? How much water did you buy? What kind of water did you buy? Is it for domestic?
You don't know what that does to you. It gives you a sense of accountability. And that is extremely important. You know, when you are mindful of every kobo you spend, then it becomes a lot easier to be able to track where your money is going and stop it if you need to stop it.
Exactly. Then okay. Let me now ask my question on from my record.
Okay.
I discovered that I spend more money on fueling generator. You know,
generator in the house.
Yes, generator in the house, and that generator in the house is okay. The question now is, what are you using the fuel for the generator in the house to do?
Yeah.
I use it for online classes.
Okay.
That is
so no, it's not a waste. If I were you, I will invest in inverter because it's a business. So I'll use the money of the business to invest in inverter so I can save the cost of recurring on. So that means I will only pay NEPA and I can have reasonable time because you know the beauty. Let me tell you what that does for you. If you have an inverter, let's say you've had the light for 6 hours, because you're only doing online, you can switch off all the light in the house and you put on only the switch for your laptop and your internet. And you finish all your lecture and you'll not finish that 6 hours of charge, even though if you do lecture for 12 hours.
Exactly.
Because you can now reduce your cost. So it's good you are tracking it. Because what some businesses don't do, they think they are saving money when they don't make heavy investment. So you think you are saving money. You spend money on fuel. You know, there was a time I told my colleague, if you sit down and calculate it, in a year, you would have spent like, let's say 500,000 on gen, repair, fuel. Do you know 500,000? You can set up an inverter in your house. You can set an inverter. So why? You can have gen as a backup. Where I live on the 3rd floor. I don't use gen. I use inverter. We have few hours of light, maybe 7, 8, 9 hours. But the rest is inverter. So, and it's very rare, unless where the transformer have issue, which have only happened in the last 5 years once. That made me I have to go and get the agent of my wife's school to use temporarily till the issue was resolved. So what I'm going to say, as a business, you have to find a way to invest in fixed assets to reduce your recurrent expenditure.
Yeah. Please, can you repeat that line again? You just mentioned something.
You have to find a way to invest in fixed assets to reduce your recurrent expenditure. Victor, I know it's expensive. That's why I said 500K now. If in a year, you're already spending 500K
to repair, to repair, to repair, and fuel. If you invest that 500K, it will last for another 3-4 years. And you will not be doing the repair and the fuel. I know it's expensive, but you're already incurring the cost. Just like Namdi is doing, check. You use Gen as a business person. You use Gen because you can't tell your customer you don't have life. It doesn't make sense. So your Gen must be up. So you use Gen and you're incurring costs every day to be able to do your work. Why can't you get an inverter? Work towards an inverter. You can take a loan to get an inverter. If you take a loan to get an inverter, you know every week. Look at this. Oh, look at this. Let's say every week, every month, I spend about 40K on fuel because I work from home or I work. So I buy a lot of fuel and I repair 40K in a year. That is 500. So if that happened to me last year, even if I don't have 500K and I borrow to do inverter this year, because I know every month I spend 40K, I will ensure I save that 40K every month and I'll be using it to repay the money of that inverter. Because I took a loan, so I can use it to pay back. That way, when you now finish after 1 year, you will still use it for 2 years, 3 years, 4 years. I thought I've been using inverter since where I am, I've been here now, 2017. I have been using inverter. I've only had to, change the battery once in the last 7 years, or 6 years rather. Thank you very much, Namdi. Thank you very much. Because of time, let's just hear from others.
All right. Thank you so much.
Thank you. The favored one. The favored one. Hello, Favor. Good evening.
Hello, good evening, sir. Good
How are
evening,
you?
everyone. Fine, thank you.
All right.
I think today's topic is actually really touching and revealing. I don't know
talking
what
what?
to say. I think it's a little touchy and revealing. I don't know what to say. I am now. But
Why did you say that?
because I can't say I think maybe I was beginning to reflect on my spendings.
Yeah.
Generally.
Yeah.
I was just thinking about, okay, I know I don't take record of these things. I tend to save, but again, I don't know if I'm saving rightly, going by what I've heard tonight.
No, I've told you something the other time. I thought you started it.
Okay.
The one I told you that someone should come and meet you on.
Yes, I started that already. Yes,
Exactly. That's a means of saving. That's a means of saving. And you can still have other saving for your regular expenditure in the house. That's capital and especially rent and the like. But you have that saving for the future.
Yes, sir.
For the future. Go ahead.
Yes, sir. Again, so I think I need to still go back and do some more work on myself.
Yes.
And also see areas where I'm probably spending more. I think I was reading through the questions on the chat, on the WhatsApp chat.
Yes.
And I could see a lot of errors from my own part, where I looked at the fact that probably people have expectations of you. And so you just see the need to always just give them. And
no. Hold on. You should have a budget every month for benevolence. When you finish that budget, anybody asking for money next month. You know, I have a few people I support. There's a particular guy who is a cousin who is in UI, and he knows that I get paid at the end of the month. And he knows if he asks me for money before the end of the month, I will tell him, I don't have you in my budget. You have to wait a month. Sometimes I'll tell him, go and borrow. I'll pay you at the end of the month. So, and he knows an amount I will give him at the end of the month. When he had issue with cost, I have to increase it. But I won't go beyond that, no matter what you come up with. Yeah, I want to do this. And look, work with budget. Because I also work with budget. So I will give you this amount every month. If you need another one, next month. So have a budget for benevolence and don't overshoot it. You are not Jesus Christ.
You can't help everybody. Some Christians make that mistake. You cannot help everybody. You must help people, but you can't help everybody. I don't know if that helps.
Yes, that does. Thank you very much, sir.
All right, thank you.
But sir, I want to ask a question.
Go ahead.
I also feel that I don't know why. Well, I just want to take this thing because I know I started that class with you. I kept listening to the messages, but just like you mentioned when you started, where you say somebody wants to invest a particular amount of money, but is not able to invest in learning or taking time to just sit down first and learn and go through the process. It's actually, I think that's where I find myself.
And
right
you know why
now.
that is important? You reduce the risk of losing your capital when you learn about the business. And I will talk about that when we'll discuss a lot about business in this series, because one of the ways to grow your income is through investment in business, your own business or someone else's business. But you must learn about it so you can ask the right question and be comfortable before you go ahead.
Okay, thank you very much, sir. That's
right. Justina, good evening. Hello, Justina. Justina, good evening. Are you there? Justina. Okay, Justina is busy. Mark Eden. Good evening. Okay, Justina, go ahead.
Good evening, sir.
Good evening.
Thank you for the class, sir. From what I could pick, although I joined the class late because I was in another meeting, I got that you should have a financial plan and it comes with budgeting.
Yes.
Like when you have a budget, it helps you to be to be frugal with how you spend, to spend wisely, and then helps you not to go overboard with how you spend. So I learned that, and I will listen to the recorded audio too. Thank you, sir.
Okay, no problem. Mark Eden, good evening. Mark Eden, good evening. Okay, Mark Eden is busy. Hola, Jesus. Hola, how are you? Good evening. What have you learned tonight? Hola, are you there? Hola, can you hear me?
Yes, sir. Good evening, sir.
Good evening. Go ahead.
Hold on, sir.
Yeah.
Actually, I learned a lot. I actually have problems with savings. I have serious problem with savings, but
tell me what the problem is.
Yeah,
hold on. You are not able to set it aside, or you set it aside and you spend it.
The thing is, I'm this type of person that anytime somebody comes to, for help, I always have this mindset that don't worry, you see another money. Like I just like to give that.
No, you can help people. There's nothing wrong with that. But you can't have, because you don't have limitless resources. You have limited resources. So your benevolence should also have limits. And you do it every month. So anybody you can't help this month, you push it to next month. Now, the way to do that is this. If the money is in your custody, you might end up spending it. So here is what I tell people. You should have an account with banks like Paralex Bank, banks like Providence, bank like Premium Trust, bank like, you know what I'm mentioning these banks? Titan Bank.
Yes.
They are small bank. They have limited branches, maybe one on the island, maybe one in Port Harcourt. Maybe they have very limited branches. Number one. That kind of account, no check, no ATM, no online banking. Every month, you can give a direct debit instruction to your account officer every month. You don't even need to ask them. They will debit you automatically. Some app of some bank allow you to set up those kind of direct debit instruction. So every month, your account will be debited to that account. That account, because there's no ATM, no checkbook, no matter the challenge you have, you can't even access it. And it's few branches. So for you to get there, if you must go to the branch physically, when you look at the stress and how far it is, it's enough to discourage you. You need that kind of account. You need that kind of account. So please do something about it. I'll follow up on you on this.
Okay, sir.
All right.
Then another thing I want
Yes.
to ask is that if you have somebody that I think I've shared a part of the story with you. You have somebody you want to help, somebody like a member in the church that she's not working, she's not doing anything. Recently I was discussing with her. She's just at home. Is her husband. She only waits for her husband to give her money. And it's not that the man is giving her salary or something. But recently I discussed with her and I was like, there's a particular job that is open that maybe I want to help her to get the job. So she now told me something like that if she starts the job now, that she'll not be able to go for prayer meeting. So I was like, that she was like, her husband doesn't attend prayer meeting like that she's the only one that has to attend prayer meeting. So that if she starts work, that she'll not be able to attend. So I told her, I said, it's like you don't know that even the prayer meeting that you attend, those places you visit, they want you to have your testimony, like they want you to receive your miracle and stop coming because the essence of the prayer meeting is for people to receive their blessing. But she was like, no, that prayer meeting used to help her, something like that. So my question is this.
Yeah, what's the question?
I don't know, like my question is there any way one can help the person?
There's no way. It's a mindset.
Just leave the person.
If you doesn't change that mindset. Were you around when I was talking about someone who doesn't want to take up a job because of practice? Were you around?
Yes.
You're around.
Yes.
So you can't help.
Yes.
If you talk to her and she doesn't see the need, I mean, it's an adult. But it's amazing. Human beings that you.
The thing is just painful.
Yeah.
It's painful because, like, she's more than 40 years now, like.
And it's not doing anything.
40 years, and she's not doing anything at all. She's just out for money.
If anything happened to the man or his job, what will happen to him? To her? Has she thought of that?
I don't know.
No, you ask
her.
her.
I know that the man is giving. That the man is giving her money. You know that the man is giving her money.
One of the reasons why a woman must work is to support the husband. Anything can happen and affect that job, and money is not coming again. What happened to the family? For me, I will blame the husband. It's the husband to be blamed. Because if the husband insists he needs to get a job and support her in that regard, she will. When the husband is okay with it, what do? I don't think you should bother yourself about those kind of people.
Actually, the man tried to force her, but it's just like.
No, the man does not need to force her. The man should make her see reason. So I'm a man, I'm the old man in this house. We are not praying for this. But if for any reason, this job, not because I lose the job, the business closed down because government took a decision that affected that sector of the economy. And I'm not earning again. What will happen to this family? Let the husband tell her. You don't, when she see the reason, she will see why she should do it. Because what she's saying is that if the money is not coming, will he sit down and be looking? So it's the husband to be able to appeal to her and let her see reason to do it. Anyway,
another excuse she gave. Another excuse she gave was that. Hello, sir.
Yes, go ahead.
Hello, sir. Another excuse she gave was that when she was working, I mean before when she was working, the man doesn't give her money. But now that she stopped working, that the man used to give her money. I don't know how that one else.
Hold on. The man does not give her money personally or money for the house. If it's money for, if personally you are earning now, why are you asking for money for the child card when you are working? But if it's money for rent or food in the house, that's an irresponsible husband. If you're, because your wife is working, you're not
personally.
Take your responsibility in the house. Is that?
She's talking about personally.
She's just being greedy. She's just being greedy. You are earning. Your husband is giving you money again. But she's already taking care of the bill in the house. So use your money for yourself. You're supposed to even support her. Or support him rather. Even if you choose not to support, no problem. But at least you have money. You shouldn't be taking care of your basic needs. You want to buy a child car, you want to buy what's the name? Whatever personal stuff, and you have to ask every time. And I say that's the reason. My sister, don't worry about that person, Gary. He's a spoiled woman. The husband spoiled her. Deborah, good evening.
Okay. Sir.
I love your cap this morning, though.
Thank you.
I said, see you, man. How are you?
I'm fine, thank God, sir. Good evening, everyone.
Good evening.
Yeah. Though I've been sober.
Sober again, wow.
The last person that spoke is Ola Jesu was talking about savings.
Yeah.
So for me, I actually opened piggy vest. I would save, and maybe something will happen. I'll go and bring it out again.
Did you see the description I give on how to save?
Yeah. So I just told my husband now that tomorrow we're going to start.
Yes, now you need to look for that bank those banks I mentioned, they are very new banks. They have few branches. So you are not tempted that the branch is in Yaba. You are going to get the branch. Instead you go to PI or Lekki, as in somewhere far away. And number one, no checkbook, no ATM, no mobile app. Deliberately.
Wow.
So that even if you must get money, the stress of going will discourage you.
You think about it.
You will think about it. Because there's no other way unless you get physically to the branch. And the branch is far away. It's a way of, immediately, after a while, you close your mind. You even think of it. Because you know this one. Me, I need 10K now. I will not go through this stress because I need 10K. You have to find a way to, you now realize, let me tell you what you realize. You will now realize that pending need that you think must be solved now is not as serious as you think. Because without getting that money, you were able to sort out that issue. Somehow it got behind you. Somehow. Maybe someone you're trying to help. Someone help the person. Or somehow, you know?
Will not be able to access that money because of his stress.
Yeah.
Okay, so I also learned something now which I want to ask.
Okay.
He said when you serve people, we serve God.
Yes.
Sometimes people take your service
for granted.
as for granted.
Don't worry.
Like I've been where I was working in a particular team for a long time. I was doing well. For a while, I was strong. I could not access my phone for a while. And they didn't ask me what happened. They just told me I'm not functioning anymore, that I should step down. All of a sudden. And it's a service to God, not money that all my ideas, even the last program they did, I brought the ideas, I brought so many things, and they take up my ideas and present it to the church or to whoever.
No,
like
no, hold on. You know the reason why you feel bad? Because you think you're serving them.
Yeah.
You're not serving them. That's why you feel bad. When you give the idea and they use it and it bless people, that is service to God. The way you're sounding. Is that what?
Yeah, I understand. But in the area where, because of the fact that they could not reach me for a while, and they keep gossiping and saying things that are not right.
Have you heard this word? All things work together for good. Don't worry now.
Yeah.
It shows you the kind of person they are. Maybe you are not supposed to even be associated with them. Maybe you should find other group of people. Maybe rather than being unhappy, maybe let me tell you, sometimes your time has expired. It's time to move on, but you think you need to still remain here or in that group or in that association. It's time. So, but because you are not sensitive, God is an orchestrator of circumstances. So you're going to be circumstances your way that will make you to see, I think it's time to move on. You know,
so you have answered it.
Hold on. Someone recently was talking about something that happened to him. He belongs to a church, a big church in Lagos, a Pentecostal church. The church has, I think, only one branch. Is it one or two branches in Lagos? Now, he said he's very close to one of the leaders in that church, like a PA to that leader. And leader is a female. And the leader travel a lot. This guy, 5 years before something happened to that leader, God told him he needs to leave that church and go to another church. So he went to tell the leader, the overall leader, thank you for being a good father. Thank you for blah, 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 blah. God told me to leave and go to... Of course, the leader did not take it lightly. They feel the advanced leader. They say all sorts of things against him. No problem. He left, but at least he informed them. And when 5 years after, that particular leader died in a plane crash, he will have been in that plane with her. But God saw that that leader has served, probably has concluded the work. But this guy is doing a lot today because he has a lot to add to value to the world. Thank God he listened. Today, thank God he listened. But when he left, it was like he was rebellious. So sometimes, some things happen to just give us a sense, and sometimes emotion does not allow us. You know, a place you have been well accepted before, now suddenly you are not well accepted again. Yeah. Don't look at them. It's time to move on. And God is communicating to you one way or the other. You don't belong here again. You have added value, you have said, it's time to move on. But you don't see it that way. It could be a business. It could be a job. And it could be a religious organization. Whatever it is, there are signs that just let you know that it's time to move on.
Yes, the time is over.
I've answered your question.
Like, more than enough. Like,
all right. Sam. Good evening, Sam. How are you? Hello, Sam. Good evening. Are you there? Hello, Sam. Okay, Mark Aiden. Are you there? Sam is busy. Mark Aiden, are you available now? Mark Aiden and Sam. Sam, your video is on. Is it that you're not able to unmute? Okay. Okay, Mark, go ahead.
Hi, good evening, sir.
Good evening.
And good evening to everyone. Okay. Actually, I think I joined late, very late. I was in another session.
Okay.
So from program to this. So I think it was interesting listening to the person who spoke, who said something around that he feels he does not have poverty mentality, and that was fine. I was interested to hear everything around what he was going to say, but then it got to a bus stop where we had to look at, okay, at this junction, I think this aspect has to be changed. So I think it is like that for everyone. At some point in time, we make some mistakes, and we feel like what we are doing is the best practice, and that's what today's session was all about. It was another privilege for me anyway to be listening to you again today for the second time. So after the first
okay.
I think there are so many points you raised here that relates to what we actually discussed earlier on today.
Yeah.
So for me, it's like a reinforcement on what we planned earlier today. So on the aspect of savings, for me, I don't have a problem. I read a book some years ago in 2007.
Okay.
The book is by Olumide Emmanuel, Pathway to Wealth. If anyone can lay their hands.
Yeah. He's my favorite, one of my favorite authors on the issue of money.
And his birthday was even yesterday.
Okay.
Olumide Emmanuel. So he wrote that book, and I read that book as a young guy, as a teenager. I read that book and I was amazed. Like, wow, interesting. I'm going to take. I actually took some practical steps. I started saving so hard. Hey, God of heaven. Then I started saving. I practiced the culture of saving more than 30% of my salary, whatever I'm earning. Yeah.
Brilliant.
Today I save more than 50% of my salary.
Brilliant.
But the challenge, I believe we're coming there, is getting the right investment. So
we'll talk about it. We'll talk about it.
Yeah. Put the money into proper use. So
yes.
One does not get to lose the money cheaply, because after savings is investment.
Yeah.
So one thing I want to say, I think is the ability to first develop the culture of savings. So I heard some people saying they have problem with savings. So for me, I don't believe
No. Hold on. You know, some of us are just we are you know, all of us as human, there are different areas that we are naturally endowed in. Some people, they don't have issue with saving. They are able to save. Look at you now. You are looking at investment. Some people, they don't have issue with investment. The issue is to even put the money together is their problem. So all of us as humans, sincerely, there's just one thing or the other we have to work on. So for me, I have to learn investment, but saving was not a challenge also. So that's why I gave some of those strategies I gave is one of the things I do. But today, I can put money in an account and I'll be looking at it and I won't touch it, no matter what happens. You know? And sometimes I don't even remember is there. Is that serious? But not everybody is gifted that way. Go ahead.
Okay, yeah, you actually countered the ideology I was going to.
I know where you're going.
Because
I knew where you're going.
Where I work, I have access to my money easily, and I still don't touch it.
So exactly.
Yeah. The only reason why I refuse to do online banking for one of my accounts was because there's a friend of mine that would tell me, please kindly use this mobile app. I don't want to mention the name of the mobile app.
Okay. Hello? I can't hear you again. I hope it's not from my side.